Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It On. Let's decide what to do with Daeren. Daeren wraps his arms around himself for a moment, clutching at his shoulders. A slightly crazed look in his eyes. He surveys the area, his gaze never resting on anything in particular. His lips move, but no sound comes out. At last, the Count says, "It's over." I hope it is. The Commander and I spared no effort to home in on this entity and to lure it into a trap. I assume now you understand the real reason behind everything we put you through, Count. I'm especially proud of my overly ruthless Inquisitor speech. Unlike you, Sir Not So Ruthless Inquisitor, it is a real shame that I shall have to kill you. Daeren, what are you talking about? Well, Daeren is speaking in a strange manner, apparently marveling at the sound of his own voice, tasting each word on his tongue. Either that, or the Inquisition will grip me by the throat and finally execute me. Unless they decide to lock me up in some closed facility for clerics and mages that look suspiciously like a prison. Yoda remains calm, despite the heavy toll of combat and the threat to his life. Count, you're without a doubt guilty of being in contact with a vile entity from the beyond and of concealing signs of its presence in Mendev and the Crusade. That makes you an accomplice to all the crimes committed by this other, whatever it is. Of course, Mendevian justice in all its glory. It is my duty to pass your case to the Inquisition Tribunal. I am certain that the judges will take into consideration your youth and the extreme circumstances under which you first encountered the entity, and they will treat you with leniency. I seriously doubt that the death sentence will even be raised as a possibility. But, Theodore pauses. Count, do you still use your abilities as an oracle? What does that have to do with... You can. I am positive of it. I know how abilities like yours work. Unlike clerics, you do not gain your power by choice. You do not choose your destiny. You are simply chosen. The other, whatever it was, chose you. You became its gateway and thus acquired your power. Now it is dead. But this power still remains with you. This means that the gateway wasn't sealed with the death of its creator. Hence you, Count, are an open road into the unknown, where these horrible head-collecting entities come from. You remain a threat, and this means that there is a high probability the tribunal will decide to send you to a closed asylum, where you remain under the church's supervision for the rest of your life. Do I get a say in this? Your achievements are great, Commander. Perhaps the Mendev Inquisition's tribunal will listen to your arguments, but I can't promise anything. Daeren, do you have anything to say about the gateway and all the other things Leoder is talking about? Daeren licks his lips nervously. Of all those assembled here, I may know the least about these creatures and what they are trying to do to me. I was simply instructed to keep my mouth shut, otherwise, the next severed head would be my own. So I said nothing. I've been saying nothing for 10 long years, while they used me to come and go from this world as they pleased. Oh, I don't know how it works. I don't know if there is some road inside me, or where it may lead. So I think if you take the other up on its offer, instead of killing it, it kills a Daeren. I think one of the images it showed you was Daeren's severed head. I wonder what power you get from accepting that offer. It has to be worth sacrificing a companion, I think. There must be another way to resolve this. Another way. I'm afraid there is no such way, Commander. Don't ask me to sacrifice my principles. I will never do that. The only thing I can say is that the tribunal verdict, no matter what it will be, will most probably not be carried out as long as active hostilities continue in the Crusade. But after they are over, we'll have to step in. Actually, there is another way. You can kill me right here and now. Daeren chuckles. He waves his hand and rubs his eyes tiredly. I'm not joking. I'm not being overdramatic. I'm not going to that tribunal. I'm not going to any asylum. This life, so-called life, they prepared for me is everything I have ever hated, with a little extra on top. I will not be able to live like that. I never even want to try. I'd much prefer to take one final breath as a free man than to live decades more with a noose around my neck. This is a tough one. I like Leoder. He's been a fair Inquisitor. I don't want to subject Daeren to a life imprisonment. I also don't want to kill Daeren. Well, as the Inquisitor, maybe I have some say during the tribunal. I can get him off the hook. So maybe this is the best option. I don't want to kill anybody over this, so... Agree to hand Daeren over to the Inquisition Tribunal. Fine. Tribunal it is. Daeren looks at you, then Leoder, then at you again. His fingers tremble a little. I think I've met my limit for excitement for one day. First, I thought I'd been betrayed most cruelly. Then I was being saved most heroically. Now I'm back to being betrayed again. I thought we understood each other. That perhaps we were friends. I don't know what to think now. I thought you were attempting to make me a better person. I must be honest with you, it won't work. But I suppose I am grateful to you for trying. It's almost as if you genuinely care about me. Yoda listens to the Count closely, and turns his gaze to you. You know, Commander, your decision to do the right thing despite the bond you have with the Count makes me reflect once again what an extraordinary person you are. I'll make sure to mention this to the Tribunal, and perhaps I'll manage to achieve a more favorable outcome. If you vouch for him, it may prove sufficient to let the Count go free, although I can't promise it. The Inquisitor nods curtly at the Count, and gives you a polite bow. Commander, I'm more grateful to you than words can express. You've rid the world of a dark entity, and that is priceless. In any other situation, I would have insisted that Count Arande be immediately extradited to Mendev, but I will not. I have my immense respect for you and your mission. I regret to never have seen myself, and pass the Count's case to the Tribunal. The sentence, whatever it is, will be carried out later. And now, I bid you farewell. Just wonderful. Daeren avoids looking you in the eye. I've been granted a little more time to keep fighting heinous demons in the most heinous region of Golarion, so I may then be incarcerated afterward. We finally leave this place. It unsettles me. It wasn't really a good ending for that.
It's an odd word. Freedom.
Why did you mention freedom?
Because it is akin to an elusive prey. It beckons to you, then slips away, then beckons again and escapes again. Not that I'm complaining, but I doubt the Inquisition will ever leave me alone. And I am no more free now than I was when the other had me by the throat. But that's all right. I somehow managed to survive the last 10 years. I suppose I shall survive a few more at least.
I have so many questions for you, about the other and more.
Let's postpone this conversation till we are back at camp or somewhere else safe. Apologies, but I'm too exhausted now to talk about it. First, I need to convince myself that it's all over.
We have to go.
There is one last thing I'd like to tell you before we go. Even though things didn't work out as I should have liked, I'm still grateful to you. At least for liberating me from those otherworldly entities. I do not think anyone else in the entire world could have done that for me. And even if they could, I doubt they would have wanted to. It feels nice to no longer be a hole through which some supernatural monsters are trying to crawl into this world. As for what happens next, we shall have to wait and see.
I think the best outcome is to kill Leoder, for Daeren anyway. But I'm wondering which is the better evil option, to accept the other's deal, potentially having Daeren be killed in the process, or killing Leoder and letting Daeren go free. A lot of replays in the future, so we'll try everything out at one point.
I'll go ahead.
I tried to explore down here, but it didn't let me go. Oh no, I didn't go down here.
I sense something.
I summon Elder Worm. That's the first time I've seen that scroll. Alright, well, back to Dresden. Then we're going to head west to that city in the wasteland. That's what it's called.
You know, you could at least try to look like you give a damn about anyone but yourself.
Do my ears deceive me? Is a paladin of Iomade encouraging me to lie?
So, it says he's neutral or evil. I don't see that. I think he's more neutral than he is evil. He has done evil acts, but a lot of his mannerisms, the way he interacts with the rest of the party, doesn't seem inherently evil to me. I think he's more of a chaotic neutral alignment, a chaotic evil. I know he has done evil things. I know we've talked to him before, and he got all those innocent people killed at one point. At least when he interacts with the party, he doesn't seem as evil.
Follow my lead.
I thought he stood out here. Alright, a daring strike. Spies have reported that two high-ranking demons are currently at each other's throats, and their forces are in disarray. The command staff is planning to take advantage of this infighting, and is already preparing a daring surprise attack. The officers are asking the commander to determine what should be the main focus. Aw. Yeah, maximum damage to the enemy. So all units in the target army take 150 times mythic rank physical damage. This move can only be used once. Everything is ready for the operation. The soldiers are waiting the final order before charging into battle to slay as many of the abyssal spawn as they can. Then Dark Bonds. The commander has influential allies in Nerosian. A clique of aristocrats have already killed Captain Harmonin on his orders. They will willingly provide the commander with their skillful servants once again. Alternatives gain +1 to the Mighty Servant feat. General has a +3 bonus to power level of this feat. Okay. Yeah, let's go and grab that. And how long until... 2 more days.
As it should be.
Alright, now I need to go track down Daeren, speak to him. I do want to try speaking to Lan again, because it was weird that he didn't have anything to say after his companion quest, after killing Sava Malek. Oh, he's over there.
I am prepared.
I haven't spoken to him in so long, I forgot where he's standing. The only time I interact with him is when he's on the council. There you are. I have a number of new questions for you. I thought so. Daeren gives you a sad smile. Do you know what the entity haunting you was exactly? We called it the Other. It's not an entity, but entities. You may still call them the Other if you wish. It's a fitting name. I myself invented several hundred different names for them over the course of our 10 years together. Most of those are completely unutterable in any polite society, of course. Wish you know what exactly the thing was. I can't give you much more information, I'm afraid. They were countless. They were dead. They all had some kind of a joint consciousness. Like a swarm of ghosts. Now, one thing is certain. Those ghosts were not of our world. Did you voluntarily agree to all the conditions proposed by the other? It was absolutely voluntary, if you forget about the demonic plague or the murderous Lilidu orchestrating it. It was either that, or certain death. What was it like living with that? It was most certainly an unforgettable experience. In all seriousness, though, I'm not sure I'm ready to talk about it quite yet. The other have grown so deep into me, I still can't fully process the fact that the leash, the constant surveillance is gone. A mind-altering realization, in all senses of the word. Why did the other behave so oddly? Concealing their presence by any means possible, while at the same time beheading demons and humans alike. I haven't the slightest clue. Absolutely no idea. Did not talk to me much, except for a few rare instances where they wanted to frighten me or make me do something for them. I'm not even sure about those heads, whether they actually killed anyone, or simply found corpses and took the parts they liked the most. I had plenty of time to hypothesize over the years, so I came up with several theories. I'm not sure if any of them are true, but I think the other were not hiding from us mortals. It looked more like they were afraid of gods and other powerful entities. You can't roam around this world without stumbling upon a cleric or a cultist. Those fellows are more than happy to pass the news on to their patrons. This might be the only reason for the other not to reveal themselves around mortals. Although nobody was truly able to threaten their existence until they met the mythical commander of the Fifth Crusade. Even then, barely. We hardly did any damage to him, despite how much damage my main character does. I got several charges off, and they were just tickling this guy. At least I didn't have Finian equipped. If I had Finian equipped, I would have had no chance. Now, why didn't the other come out to defend you before? After all, you found yourself in danger on multiple occasions on your travels with me. That is certainly true. You were a source of endless danger. And fun. As for your question, Daeren sighs. I took some precautions to vouchsafe my life. A contract with Abadar's temple in the capital. It cost me several years' worth of revenue from all my estates combined. Under the contract, I failed to make contact with the temple for a year. The clerics shall be obligated to use their sacred magic to discover my fate, and conduct a resurrection ritual, sure to turn out that I have met a premature end. The other, they knew about it. Like they knew about literally everything else that ever happened to me. I felt their presence, their otherworldly scrutiny, as I negotiated the terms and signed the contract. This prospect of being denied their gateway for a year did not seem to perturb them, it seems, provided that I would be resurrected later. But with you, it was a very different matter. You were a threat even to demon lords. In your presence, the other were agitated, uneasy. They flew into a rage when you expressed your intention to kill me. Alright, I found out everything I wanted to know. On the one hand, I'm glad to be able to talk about this freely. On the other, get it? The other? I don't wish to remember it again. Alright, let's go check in on Daeren. Or not Daeren, Lan. Lan the man.
No mistakes.
Daeren, Lan the man. Emblemic Ember. Sassy Sela. That's not a good one. There we go. Talk to Chief Soul at least. And when he sees you, Soul smiles. Only slightly, but it's his first smile in a long time. Commander, in the flesh, not eaten by Savamalek or Shamshach. Oh, sorry, Shavamalek. Ah, so many things happened, but here we are, having a chat in this square again. None the worse for it all. How are you feeling? I'm waiting for the end, but now my soul is at peace. Our enemy is gone. I can die now. I've done all I could for the tribe. How do the mongrels feel about being back in Dresden? It's been difficult. A lot has changed without us. Need time to adjust. And the young ones blame themselves to boot. They say if only we resisted the demon, we could have helped Dresden when it needed us most. Well, I should be going. Remember us, Commander, will you? And thank you. It'd be hard not to, since... Oh, is he just leaving? He's just gonna go off and die by himself, like a cat? Oftentimes, cats will run away from home and find somewhere quiet and alone to die. Really sad, honestly. They choose that over being around people. Yeah, it's gonna rest up. There's something inside you, Lan, that I have not seen in other mortals. Unparalleled beauty? I knew that's what you meant. Alright, let's get some more recruits that I don't need. War priests. Look pretty cool. Some more Hell Knights for the main army, and Hedge Knights. Alright, so now that's starting to get a little pricey. I think I'll just buy the conscripts for the main army. Or for the secondary army, not the main army. I also have a Plurus Fall we can do. I'm pretty sure that's a side quest, right? Yeah, this is the main quest. Hey, the merchant.
I know what to do.
Embracers of armor plus 8. What is okay. I mean, it'd be a minor upgrade for him. I don't use him in my party, so I don't think it's actually worthwhile. Oh, we have Arrow Catcher. I feel like I read these before, didn't I? It's plus 5 Haramaki, grants us where DR 6 against ranged weapon attacks. Yeah, that seems very familiar. Then a we'll buy this for Social, I think. Sigil of Destruction. This ring doubles the threat range of the wearer's kinetic blasts. This effect stacks with the effect of improved critical feat. And Haramaki of Scholarship. Especially Haramaki grants its wearer a plus 5 competence bonus on Knowledge Arcana skill checks, and a plus 4 bonus on concentration checks. We probably have some stuff we can sell to make up the cost here. Alright, let's change it to stock for next time. Alright, Hunter's Arsenal, please. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've read that one before. Maybe it was before his inventory updated, the new act. Maybe he usually get a lot of new stock for the magical wares. Alright, we're not going there yet. Yeah, City in the Wasteland, I was right. I think I said maybe I said Wasteland City. Bakia.
Ready for anything.
We can't charge, but we can
Require
haste.
my unbiased opinion?
My will is resolute.
Time's not waiting.
The world has
We will
suffered
win
enough.
this war.
It's not helping against the breath attack, but it's something.
I'm prepared.
Search
And-
for the beauty with your heart, not your eyes.
Focus on the goal.
You're irrelevant. Defend my dreams.
I'm sorry, what the heck is this? Why is there so many Vavakias here?
I'll remove this obstacle.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
You should have listened to reason.
Expected outcome.
Be gone, fiend!
Hey, what the heck was that? That was oh, we're not even done.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
This way.
You are lacking.
I'll go ahead.
That's a really impressive random encounter. Which would have been a non-issue if I could charge, but I was fatigued, so. Especially with as long as it took them to turn around and face me. Gonna charge each one of them down without ever coming under any sort of threat. Let's go get these guys where they need to be. Or at least closer. Oh, she leveled up too. So I get Scorching Ray, Hold, or Heroism. Scorching Ray. Need that offensive spell. And this army's really come together. Easily rebuilt. Got all that infrastructure lying around from Act 3. Alright, I do want to get to the City in the Wasteland, and we'll call it an episode and explore that next time. Gonna rest up.
What's with the gloomy face? Did somebody say something to you? If somebody's been bothering you, you just point him out to me and I'll smash his face in.
No, Sela, everything's fine. I was just thinking about the past. It's too bad you can't beat that into submission for me.
Alright, I'm gonna call the episode here. In the next one, we'll explore the City of the Wasteland. Hopefully, we find the remaining tablets for the final veil. Then we can knock that out. And then I think we'll have all the answers we need, or at least all the hints we need for the Heart of Mystery. I think that's the middle puzzle. Then we have a couple other side quests to take care of. The Spinner of Nightmares Den and the Old Sarkorian Mines for Captain Sealkind and Venture Captain Hylor. But for now, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.